Hello students, I am Surbhi Gupta and today we will discuss class 7th topic, that is some of the properties related to isosceles triangle as well as right angled triangle. So first of all, we talk about property related to isosceles triangle. We know in an isosceles triangle, the two sides are equal, right? This is an isosceles triangle because the two sides are equal. We can say AB is equals to AC. Now, this angle is known as the vertex angle, and the two angles which are equal to the sides, these two are the sides which are equal, so the angles opposite to equal sides are also equal. So these two angles with equal sides are known as base angles. Base angles, right? This is the vertex angle and this is the base angle. Now the one thing which is interesting in isosceles triangle is if only a single angle is known to you, you can find out the other two angles of the triangle. Only if a single angle, any single angle is known to you, then you can find out the other two angles. How we can do this? Suppose the first part we have given the vertex angle is equals to 50 degree. Now I only know the vertex angle. Whenever the vertex angle is given to you and you have to find out the two base angles, then what is the formula? 180 degree minus vertex angle divided by 2. Why we are dividing by 2? Because there are two base angles, right? We have to find out the base angle. So what will be the answer? 180 degree minus, what is the vertex angle? 50 degree divided by 2. What is 180 minus 50? 130 degree divided by 2. This comes out to be 65 degree. That means the base angle is 65 degree each. Each base angle is 65 degree. Right? In this way we can find out the base angle when the vertex angle is given to you. Now what will happen if only one base angle is given to you? Suppose only the base angle is given to you and you have to find out the other two angles. So let us suppose the base angle is 70 degree. We know if a single base angle is 70 degree, then this base angle will also be 70 degree because both the base angles are equal in an isosceles triangle. So the other base angle is also 70 degree. We have to find out the vertex angle. Right? So what are the sum of angles of a triangle? Vertex angle plus this base angle plus this base angle equals to 180 degree angle sum property. This we have done in the previous videos. Right? So vertex angle, I am writing the short form, vertex angle plus base angle 1 plus base angle 2 equals to 180 degree angle sum property. Now what is the vertex angle? That we have to find out. What is the base angle? 70 degree. What is the second base angle? This is also 70 degree because both base angles are equal, 180 degree. So vertex angle comes out to be this, both plus 70 goes to right hand side and becomes minus 70. So it will become 180 degree minus 70 degree minus 70 degree. It comes out to be 180 degree minus 140 degree, which comes out to be 40 degree. So your vertex angle will be 40 degree. In this way we can find out the angle. Now the next question is related to right angle triangle. What is a right angle triangle? In a right angle triangle, we know if a triangle is given to you, there is a right angle in it. Right? This is a right angle. That means this angle is equals to 90 degree. Now, when we talk about a simple triangle, what we do? How do we know that this is a triangle that we can make? We do the sum of two smaller sides and the sum should be greater than the third side. This we have done in the previous lecture, that the sum of two smaller sides is greater than the third side. If that is true, only then the triangle will be formed. But that was for a simple triangle. Now we are talking about a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, the side opposite to right angle is known as the hypotenuse. This is known as the perpendicular and this known as the base. In a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of perpendicular and base. The square of hypotenuse is always equal to the square of perpendicular plus the square of base. Suppose this side is given to you 4 centimeter, this side is given to you 3 centimeter, and you have to find out the hypotenuse. How we have to find out? We know hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. What is perpendicular? 4 square plus base 3 square. So what hypotenuse comes out to be? 4 square is 16, 3 square is 99. So hypotenuse squares come out to be 25. Now what do you mean by a square? Square means a number is multiplied by itself, right? So when I multiply 5 with 5, I get 25, right? So what is hypotenuse? It comes out to be 5 centimeter. Okay. How it comes out? If there is a difficulty over there, see. Hypotenuse square. What is hypotenuse square? It is h into h. Only then it becomes h square. What do you mean by a square? When a number is multiplied by itself only. So h into h is h square. 5 into 5 is 25. I can write it like this also. 5 square. 5 into 5, 25. So both the squares, they cancel. Answer will be 5 centimeter. You can do like this. You can do like this. You can do like this also. Hypotenuse square is 25. Hypotenuse is under root 25 because when the square from left hand side goes to right hand side, it becomes under root. So what is under root of 5? It is 5 centimeter. Under root of 25 is 5 centimeter. So these are the three methods in which you can find out the hypotenuse. Answer will be same in all the three. Whatever method is easy to you, you can do that. Okay. Now let's do one question. Suppose you have given two poles of length 10 centimeter and 15 centimeter are standing on the same base. This is the base. These are the two poles. One is of 10 centimeter and one is of 15 centimeter. The distance between their tops. This is the top of this pole. This is the top of this pole. The distance between their tops is 13 centimeter, and you have to find out the distance between their bases. That means this you have to find out. This is x. So if I have to find x, let's do a construction from here. If this distance is 10, then this distance is also 10. These are equal distances, straight line. So this is 10, so this is also 10. If this total is 15 and this is 10, what this comes out to be? This comes out to be 5 centimeter, right? Now do this look like a right angle triangle? This is the perpendicular, this is the base, and this is the hypotenuse. Can I say that? So what is the formula? Hypotenuse square is perpendicular square plus, take it as x. Because this distance and this distance is equal, so take it as x. Okay, so x square, 13 square is 169, 5 square is 25 plus x square. When this 25 goes to this side, it becomes minus 25. It becomes 144. 144 is square of 12. 12 into 12 is 144. So x equals to 12 centimeter. So this distance comes out to be 12 centimeter. Right? One more question, the last question of this session. Suppose a triangle is given to you and this is the altitude 6 centimeter. This is an isosceles triangle. This is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equals to AC and the altitude is 6 centimeter. We know the altitude always falls on 90 degrees. So this angle will be 90 degree. This whole length is given to you 16 centimeter and BD is equal to DC. What is given to you? AB equal to AC, BD equal to DC, AD is given 6 centimeter. If BD is equal to DC, whole BC is 16. So these two are equal parts. So that means this is also 8 and this is also 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. So we can say BD equals to DC equals to 8 centimeter. We have to find out perimeter of triangle ABC. Perimeter of triangle ABC. If we have to find the perimeter, we have to add all the three sides AB, BC, CA. But we don't know AB and CA. So what we will do? We take a right angle triangle. Take a triangle ABD. We know this is the hypotenuse as this is the right angle triangle. So the side opposite to right angle triangle is hypotenuse. So AB square is equals to AD square plus BD square. This side square plus this side square. What is AD square? 6 square. BD square? 8 square. Square of 6 is 36. Square of 8 is 64. It comes out to be 100. AB square comes out to be 100. So AB square comes out to be square of 10. So what is AB? 10 centimeter. This is 10. This side is equal to this side. This is also 10. So what will be the perimeter? AB plus BC plus CA. So the perimeter comes out to be AB plus BC plus CA. AB is 10, BC is 10, BC is 16 and CA is 10, 36 centimeter, right? So in this way you can solve a number of questions. I hope the topic is clear to you. Thank you.